Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of old, friends that are new, fans of Magic, fans of Modern, we are here for round 3 with old school Jeskai Geist. Not totally old school. The super old school version definitely didn't run this card. It ran a Battle Skull here, and it didn't run these guys. It ran 3 clicks and 3 electrolyze, but I think it's also old school enough. It has a 5-drop, it has 25 lands, it has 4 remands. We have a game. Let's get to it. Round 3 here. Where's the game? Here's the game. Yes, we want to play first. Excellent. Gosh. We're keeping. Come on, Remand. Dig us out. Get us a red source. Get us a Scalding Tarn so that we can slam Geist. Well, we get to draw 2 cards. We have 25 lands. We get to draw 2 cards. I think there's a good chance. Don't play Birds of Paradise, because now we can't kill it. But we do have something for turn 2. Breeding Pool. What is this, Infect? Alright, that's fine. I'm going to remand whatever it is you do next. Alright, well, definitely need that Scalding Tarn. Maybe you have Spell Pierce, which I'm totally fine with. Just attacking with the Noble, eh? Interesting. Play something. I need to cast Remand. Okay, so not Infect. This is, I'm guessing, like Bant Eldrazi. But we need to cantrip into something, so we're gonna remand this for sure. Alright, well, it's not a red source, but it does let us cast our Geist of Saint Draft, which we're going to do. We couldn't cast the click even if we wanted to. We have 2 paths, which is nice, because they drew a temple, so we could get Thought Knot Seared, which, if we get Thought Knotted, he can only take one of the paths, thankfully. And then we get to path it and attack. Or he reality smashes us. Or neither of those things. Well, I'm not blocking your Noble. So I guess what we have to do here is just path this guy and give him. We have to use one of our paths. Unfortunately, we don't have a bolt. We won't have Cryptic next turn. We would be able to cast the click. Other option is to just not and then activate Castle so our guys can live. But I don't think that's very good, because if our friend over there does have a Thought Knot Seer in play, if he does have a Thought Knot Seer in hand, then now we're going to spend our 2 white sources, and he could potentially play it and do some kind of bouncy shenanigans, and we don't really want any part of that, so let's attack. Put the opponent at 9. Man, Geist is a nice clock. Real question here is, do we want to shoot this? I don't know how good it is. I mean, we just did give our opponent a land. They have a colorless source here. I don't think it's very good. They have access to all of this. They probably just have like a displacer or something like that. And then if we draw a blue source, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is, not displacer, the blue one. It's too bad we couldn't click to see. Drowner of Hope. Drowner of Hope. What is that thing? It's like, I guess we better double check before we make assumptions here. Drowner of Hope, MTG. Okay, so it's 6. Drowner of Hope enters the battlefield. Put 2/1/1. Sacrifice creature. They get to tap a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we shoot this, they get a waste or something. One, and then they're just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't really think it's that beneficial for us to shoot their temple. I could be wrong. I haven't played against Bant Eldrazi that much. I guess the one option we actually do sort of have is okay. So we're not going to do anything about that yet. Okay. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to fire off Path now. I'm not going to give him a chance to use this on our turn. And we're going to put our opponent to 6, and come on, blue source. And we get to... Oh my gosh, we don't have any islands. So let's think. We have this Ghost Quarter... I'm sure that we want to be Cryptic Commanding. We can always like Ghost Quarter our own castle or even the Sulphur Falls. So in order to play a Cryptic Command, opponent can probably also like Path our token here, which we're not going to stop him from doing. Okay, so at this point, I'd probably just Ghost Quarter that other island. That way we get to keep a red mana here. 3... well, the Drowner's going to get countered. Do I want to counter and tap, though, or counter and draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the chances our opponent has another Plains? The reason I ask is I think it's worth it to look. The power of the internet. Okay, Drowner of Hope. How many basics? 1 Plains? Yeah, they probably don't. Because let's say that they have a... oh, but then they can just sacrifice their Scions to make a white. So that doesn't really accomplish what we were trying to do, which is basically like be like, okay, you get to play your Drowner, and then we're just going to flash in Vendilion, like blow up your Plains, flash in Vendilion, click, look at your hand and untap and Cryptic tap your team and win. But they have other ways to access mana, so I think what we need to do here is counter draw, because we want to find another land to activate Colonnade, because we're going to have this land, like let's say we shoot this to get under the blue, we'll have this. 3, that's gone. 4, so we can't activate Colonnade. So let's just do this. Alright, I have no idea what's in our opponent's hand, but the One of Cryptic doing work. Okay, so I think these are pretty good because they'll deal with the tokens. These seem okay. These seem pretty good as well. I'm not sure about the electrolyzers. Maybe they're all right. What is even in this deck? So, I mean, this seems relatively not good for us anyway. They also run explosives. They also run Blessed Alliance, which can kill our Geist of St. Traft. Lots of annoying things. They might even bring in a Worship. Damage that would reduce your life total, which I'm not even sure. We have to have Cryptic Command to beat that. So I think we have to sort of bring in our grindy-ish package. The spell snares look pretty terrible. The Drowner, I like Thundermire. Lets us punch through some damage. Do they run Cavern? Does this one? Yeah, they run Cavern, so I feel like the Remands aren't looking stellar. We're just kind of lucky, I guess, that he didn't have a Cavern there. And the clicks, I mean, we potentially have a chance to click away a Reality Smasher, which is like going to be one of the worst things for us to deal with, so that's probably not unreasonable for us to keep it in. Electrolyze is really only going to deal with tokens, and we kind of have these other things here that can help with that. So hopefully he's taking out his paths because he doesn't know about Le Dragon. The Helixes, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I guess we'll try this configuration. These are slow, but we could very much end up in a situation where we're like trying to kill everything, and maybe we do have to path a Reality Smasher, and Ancestral Visions can sort of make up for some of that card disadvantage. Alright, let's give this a shot. I can't imagine Bant Eldrazi is a very good matchup for us. But we do have a nice top end. They play like a... let's just see what happens. We are in the draw. I guess we'll keep. It has stuff. It has a sideboard card, and we're one red mana away from casting this. We're a mana away from casting this. We can already cast this. We're red mana away from casting that. So, it's not like we're going to die on turn one. So should have a couple of turns to draw into something. Come on, 25 land deck. Don't fail us. We took out our Remands, but I think we have enough. We are a 25 land deck, so we should draw into something. We get 3 attempts at it by the time we hit land 3. All right, here's a real question. It's not the real question. I guess it's not really even worth it. I was going to say we could Splash and Snapcaster Mage to... we could path this now because we really want to make good use of this. Yeah... Oh, God, I hate that. I hate it, actually. It just ramps him. And if we draw into a land, then it's really bad. Our opponent must have kept something like a Drowner or a Smasher. Because they kept like some lands, a Spell Sky, a Spawner, and now they have 2 cards in hand. Now, I guess if we draw a land, we can just click. I don't hate that either. Let's just see what happens. Come on, deck! Why? Why? Well, we're not going to shed cards and a reason, so we'll just play this and pass. Man, come on. Now he's going to play something terrible. Like that. See, we could have thought knotted that away. We're going to take our path because he's mean. I mean, 2 lands was a little on the greedy side, but we were on the draw. We have 25 lands. We've drawn 3 cards. Come on. What else do you want? I guess, like, Bolt plus Snapcaster block. I guess 2 Ambush Vipers can trade for a Thought Knot Seer. Ambush Viping. I guess you could path and give us a land. But of course we took our mountain out. Oh, God. Gosh. Because we took Shinka the Bloodsoaked Keep. Oh, my lord. Alright. We got a red source. Let's pass. We can't really bolt the Thought Knot anyway because we got Mr. Spellskite here. That guy, he's a guy. He's an annoying guy. This isn't mana to use him yet. Thought Knot's being super annoying. We can't block Bolt because of Spellskite. Well, I just we're going to take 7. Because I want to get this as... Well... Oh, man, we're hurting on red. Because we could actually, like... If we had another red source, we could... Is it Staticaster? Shoot the Spellskite, bolt the Spellskite, untap, shoot the Thought Knot, bolt the Thought Knot if we wanted to, or just kill the Eldrazi Displacer. I think what we need to do is we're going to flash an Is it Staticaster, try to shoot the Sky Spawner, and if he redirects, fine. And then we'll just see what we... Well, no, that's fine, because then we can definitely kill the Spellskite. It's just that we have to use both of our red sources on the same turn to kill the Spellskite, and that's not really what we want to do. We really need to kill this thing. But, yeah, it is what it is. Drawing another red source would be great. Unfortunately, it's, like, all going to be painful. I don't know that we're going to need another wipe, but I guess this is fine. Yeah, he could redirect, sure. Geist, old buddy, old pal, you're not going to get it done here. And so we can get rid of the Spellskite. We can just shoot it and then bolt it. We can shoot it and Helix it. So we can have like 1 more mana because we could like shoot it, bolt it, flash and Restoration Angel, shoot this. Opponent still then gets to do this combination, but I don't really think that there's a good way for us to get out of this here. See, that would put us to... I'm just going to just do it. And then we're 3, 7, 8, 9. Our opponent just bounces our Static Caster, and we go to 3. I guess we could chump with a Snapcaster Mage. So our opponent will take our Lightning Bolt now. Okay. So if we do like draw a Path to Exile, I guess there's a chance we go like Path, Snap, Path, kill this, and then we have a Displacer, which was kind of like also being dead. Maybe we couldn't block it either because we're gonna go to 9 on this attack. I don't think we can. Like our other option is okay. So they just took the Snapcaster Mage. That's probably better because now we can really only kill one thing with the Static Caster. And like I said, then we'll like just an attack from the Displacer on his own is lethal after that. Supreme Verdict, which isn't in our deck. So this guy, draw a card. It's a big scary dragon, but we're just dead. Okay, so let's try this game. Is there anything we want to change? I mean, explosives isn't bad against the tokens, I suppose. But I think we're fine the way that we are. Okay, let's give this another shot. Old Caverner Souls. You are so annoying. Explosives wouldn't have been terrible against that Spellskite, but a little slow. Alright. It's kind of the same situation as last time. Man, why is the mana act so bad? Now we're on the play too. Yeah, we gotta mulligan this. And we got a 5-drop. Jeez. So terrible. We're going to keep this, but every land comes into play tapped. Well, I guess this one doesn't, but... yeah, we'll keep that on top. Draw the path. Play the Sulphur Falls. Okay, rest in peace. Alright. I'm gonna draw step click. I think. Let's see. So if our opponent goes Displacer, we don't really have a way to kill it. If he goes Thought Knot, we do, but I think I just want to click now. I don't really have a good way to kill a Displacer. Let's just see what we're dealing with. Oh my gosh, Mouse, what are you doing? Not now. I need you. Mr. Negates over here. I think I'm just tempted to take the Displacer. Our opponent, I mean, we could draw him into an Eldrazi Temple, but right now he can't Thought Knot us. He has this Drowner, but we can potentially attack through it or path it and then kill the tokens with this Thundermaw. He has these negates, but if he's going to play his spells, it's going to be hard for him, I think, to make use of them. I guess in theory, yeah, we're going to take the Displacer. Let's screenshot what we have here. And let's just 86 this guy. Okay, opponent found a Plains. It's not the worst. Well, we are definitely a little short on lands, but at least we're attacking. Alright, so obviously our opponent is going to Thought Knot Seer. He may want to actually take our dragon, so we'll just let him decide. He'll probably take the path, though, because then we have to answer this Thought Knot. Because if he takes the path, then we'd have to draw another path to kill the Drowner. If we can get a land, we can click away the Drowner, but alternatively, he takes... So he took a path, kind of unsurprisingly. I'm kind of actually tempted here to just Electrolyze. If we Electrolyze, find a land, then we get to take the Drowner of Hope, and we still have a way to kill this Thought Knot Seer. And we don't need to kill the Thought Knot now. Alright, so there's a Snapcaster Mage, which is an anemic little beat stick at this point. So we're going to have an attack here. Alright, so I mean this is interesting. Like, what did our opponent have in his hand earlier? So he played the Forest. We know he found a Plains with the Ancient Stirrings. So we know he's like 3 of those 2 cards are negates and drowners. So we can't play a Drowner of Hope next turn anyway. But if we untap, if we can't path to exile now. Because if we path now, so now he has access to his negates. But if he's holding up negate, he's not really doing anything else. He's going to attack with Thought Knot Seer. We're just going to play Snapcaster Mage if our opponent doesn't do anything. So that's 5. Drowner's 6, right? Displacer. All right. So I think we're gonna run a Snapcaster out because, like I said, it's not doing anything. Our opponent's sitting on a negate, but negate can't blink Restoration Angel. God, man, why can't we draw a land? Oh. Well, if we drawn a land there, that would mean that we could blink the Restoration Angel and get rid of the Drowner of Hope. As it stands, we're just going to get locked out of the game by Displacer and Thought-Knot Seer. General path. Or pass. So now our opponent can like blink Thought-Knot. He can blink our Vendilion Click. He can hold him negate. He can crash in for a lot. And we just can't beat that card. Another land. Okay, so opponent doesn't have a negate up. So I think what we want to do actually is we want to path here. We want to path and we want to play Snapcaster Mage. And I think we want to path the Thought-Knot Seer. And the reason is if we draw like a bolt, then we can kill this and attack our opponent for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I think he'll die. So even though if we path Eldrazi Displacer, then we get to attack with everything. Opponent is probably sitting on the path to exile themselves. The difference is, I still think this is our best bet. It draws us another card. It doesn't matter. We're going to play the Snapcaster Mage anyway. Let's hit 6 here. We did draw a bolt. So there is the Path to Exile, which we said our opponent could very easily have. We draw another click. Huh. I mean, that's interesting because we could... our opponent has a negate. 5, 6. So if our opponent... So we could attack our opponent to... So our opponent plays the Drowner. I think we have to take the Drowner of Hope. I hate it, but I think we have to. Because we're never going to get rid of all of those creatures. Do you have to do it now? I don't think so. Question is, do we attack for 2 points of damage? Thing is, if our opponent plays that Eldrazi, if he plays the Drowner of Hope, we're running out of time because I'm making a stupid video. Not stupid. You guys aren't stupid. I didn't mean that. I just meant like frustrating. I spend so much more time talking out loud than just thinking to myself and waste so much more time. All right. Yeah, so we're going to take the Drowner. It's still going to be hard to kill this because our opponent has like a million negates. But we can start blinking this click to potentially get rid of them, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to attack here. Our opponent, he can blink things, but he can't really attack. He can't attack his Displacer into the Vendilion Click. All right. Yeah, well. Actually, this isn't very good because our opponent can now just... I mean, he can just blink our Hellkite with the Displacer. Opponent has 2 negates. Sure. It's a little slow, sir. A little slow there. Alright, so now our opponent's at 1. So now we can start bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Probably going to bounce this Hellkite. Oh, he's just going to bounce his own. I guess I might as well just get one of these out of our hand. I'm going to get rid of a negate. Even though that seems retarded, we're never going to be able to kill his creatures through those negates. What we actually need is a Cryptic Command. But we'll never be able to cast the Cryptic Command as long as he has negates. All right. I need your draw to be... I need our draw to be a Cryptic Command. And we can bounce Worship. If our draw is Cryptic Command, we win this game. Oh, no. I had the turns backwards. We're just going to, yeah. That was our turn, but of course our opponent... That was just such a long thing. I forgot whose turn it was. He was doing that at the... You know, we did our little Restoration Angel thing, and he played his... he did all of that at the end of our turn. The only out that we have to win. So I'm gonna path the spell Skype, and the reason is if our opponent decides to just negate it, if he's like, oh, I gotta protect that spell Skype, then that lets him spend the negate. Okay, he didn't. And I was gonna say, and then we get to just cryptic bounce. Or bounce the worship. Because we really need to get that negate out of his hand. This is getting to be a compressed battlefield here. So our opponent can't redirect. So now I think he has to negate here. Okay, great. I mean, it's fine, right? Cryptic command. Did I leave you in? I'm pretty sure I did. Why couldn't that have been the turn that comes off suspend? Alright, so next turn we're going to draw 3 cards, and with one of his activation, if we can get a cryptic in our hand with one of his activations on the stack, there's potential. This is 4 mana. There's a potential there to be able to. This is Drowner. All right. So he gets 1 activation of Thought-Knot Seer. I think that's going to do it, right? Return permanent, tap all creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we get to bolt as well. What an epic game. What an epic game. Woo! That game was silly. I was thinking he was going to start bouncing some of our creatures, but I guess outside of like the Hellkite, if he bounced them, we could just replay pretty much all of them at instant speed, and then some of them, I guess, with Click, we could technically play with some kind of upside, and the same with Restoration Angel. What an insane game. I'm so glad we won that. That was totally nuts. That was crazy. I'm so sad you guys have to wait till Wednesday to see this. That's like not quite a week away, but Um, oh my gosh, this is, you know what? I know this is just one scenario, but this is why I like. This is the one reason that I like a Cryptic Command in the main and could even see one in the side, because it is. Well, 4 even dodges Abrupt Decay, but what I was going to say is Worship is not just Worship. Cryptic Command is one of Blue's, like one of our deck's only way to just deal with any permanent. Sure, we could run a Detention Sphere, but the fact that Cryptic Command can be done at instant speed, end of turn, all that kind of stuff, as you saw, because the Detention Sphere would have just been taken by Thought Not Seer, and then we don't get our chance to get the Worship with it. Because I've won games against Lantern Control with Cryptic Command where I can't remember the exact scenario. I was under an Ensnaring Bridge. I think I was able to do some kind of finagle way to like get a Cryptic in my hand without them realizing it. Either they didn't see the draw and I was just sitting on it and waiting for the exact, I was like playing my creatures to the battlefield that they let me have while they were sitting on this Ensnaring Bridge, and I was like waiting to get to this point where I just had like, because they were at a high life total if I remember, I was like going to attack with the Geist, going to attack with an Angel, and going to attack with the Snapcaster Mage or something like that. And so I managed to, like, they had no cards in hand, and they're passing the turn, and they have complete control of the game. And I bounce an Ensnaring Bridge and untap and attack for lethal. And it might have even been, I think that's what happened. It was something like that. But anyway, just Cryptic Command, what a sweet spell. What a cool victory. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Guys, girls, I know people of all genders watch my channel. P-Nips. I forget who that. I feel like either I lost to this guy or I beat this guy because his name is P-Nips, and it really kind of stuck out to me. Again, old school Geist. That's what we're playing. Ancestral Vision kind of helped there too by just giving us a really high chance to draw into our 1 out. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, which should be Thursday, and we will continue the saga of old school Jeskai Geist in the new modern format. Talk to you guys later. Bye.